Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to continue to work on this differential. We painted it yesterday and it came out really nice. So today we're going to do the brakes. I have my brake shoes right here and I have my wheel cylinders, the brake hardware. So we're going to start on this side. I'm only going to show you how to do one side because it's the same as doing the other side. So we're going to remove all the brake shoes, the brake hardware, and the wheels. And we're going to replace it all with new parts. So bear with me and here we go. I wanted to show you again the special tools that I use for these brakes, and these are real helpful. All tools that a lot of people are not familiar with. And this is to take off the springs on the top. You'll see how I'm going to use it and just spin it. And it's also used to put the springs back on this other end. Comes in real handy, and that really makes the job easier. Instead of pulling it with the pliers and try to pinch yourself or hit yourself in the face when it slips off. And this other tool right here, real simple, real easy, and it's made especially for this, is to take off this spring right here that is round and it's spring loaded. And you push in and move, and that's how it works. So we're gonna start by removing the top springs using this tool here. So we're gonna start with this one right here, and I'm just gonna hook it. Little hook right here. This is made specially for it. You just twist. Just like that, it comes off. Put that to the side. Work on the next one. Put that to the side. I'm gonna leave the other side on the brakes. That way you don't get confused, and if you cannot figure out how things go, you can always look at the other side. So we got that off. Let's get this one off too. There you go. Trying to stay away from the camera view. So let's get this one off right here. I'm pushing the back of I call it a nail. It looks like a nail, but it's not really a nail, but there's like a little head right here that I'm keeping it from going in. So I'm pushing in and turning it and releasing it. See how simple that was? And the tool fits perfectly right in there like that. So everything comes off like so. This is kind of rusted in here, so it's getting a hard time releasing. Part of these we're going to be using, like this bracket here, we're going to be reusing it, so we're going to keep some of that. So we're going to see what comes in the kit and what doesn't. So this is for the adjustment on the brakes. So now that that's off, let's pull back this way. Move this little bar here, equalizer bar. It's in the middle. Well, that's not coming off, it's fine. At this time, let's release this other spring loaded spring here. And there we go. Simple. Now we can come back this way and remove the shoe this way. Everything comes apart just like that. Here's the adjuster. Got the spring at the bottom. The big shoe always goes towards the back, bigger this way. The one that is smaller goes towards the front, but the big shoe is the one that does most of the braking, goes towards the back, because you can switch them around. So now we got to take that off, and that's for your parking brake. Where the parking brake bracket goes, we're going to take the little clip off, and we're going to be done as far as removing those brake shoes. Thought I had all my tools here ready to go, but I did not have a screwdriver handy, so give me a minute. Gonna use this flat screwdriver just to get in here and release this little clip here if I can get to it. Well, they went. It's a little E-clip like that. Normally they're not that hard to come off, but that one sure did give me a hard time. So now this thing will slip out of that. Yeah, these shoes, as you can see, they're very old. The pad here, well, the braking part of the shoe was good, but you can see where it's got some cracks right there. Big crack right there, and this is very, very old. So got all that off. Got everything off here. And now we're gonna remove that wheel cylinder. There's the old one, all rusted up. We're going to be using this little ends. I'm going to clean all that up. This should come off too to make things going back easier, but it's all kind of rusted in place. So that's what it looks like. We're going to take a wire wheel, clean all this up here to make it for a better job, and I'll take care of that. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's get this cleaned up here. There you go, that's pretty good. We go on the other side and do the other side. See if I can get in here with the wire brush. There we go. I think that's good enough. Let's get our wheel cylinder in place and see if it's going to work. It does look a little bit bigger than the one I took off, but this is what it called for. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if it'll even try to bolt up. I don't think this is going to work. I can't get it out. It's definitely not gonna work. And we are back. Finally got the right wheel cylinder for it. I had the wrong one, so this is the correct ones that'll fit this application. Apparently these trucks came with different brake options, so this is the correct one. So let's put on the, and as you noticed, I had painted the back part of this backing plate. I had cleaned it up in the previous footage, and I also cleaned all this up right here. So I went and just threw some regular paint on there to keep it looking better and keep it from rusting any further. So let's install this wheel cylinder now that I got the old one off. It goes right into its place right there. Let's bolt it up from behind. Put that in place. And let's tighten it down. I am gonna give it a little bit of paint on there because it's not even painted from the factory, but if not, it'll get rusty quick. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit of a light coat of black paint. Any paint will do, any color you want. So keep it from rusting. Same thing in the back because it's exposed to the elements. And there you go as far as that. These are the springs that we're going to be using. It came with a spring kit that I bought. So we're going to be using this nice looking springs along with the other part of the spring kit that came with it. So that's what it looks like. So we're going to install these as well. It did not come with all the springs, but this particular kit came with just most of them. So this is what they look like. We are going to put some anti-seize compound on these areas here. It's about 3 areas on each side where the brake shoe rides on and it moves in and out as you brake. So this is a flat pad right here, right here, right here, and the same on the other side. And we're going to put a little bit right here too because that's where there's some movement there. So we're going to put some anti-seize compound on there just lightly to do the job better and right. Just a little tab there, as you can see right there. Gonna keep everything lubricated. Some right here. We go on the other side and get the other side done. Just a little bit there, and there. The way you're supposed to do it. Keep everything moving, lubricated. And that's all it takes right there. Some of the brake hardware that I'm reusing, all these brackets here, as you can see, I went ahead and cleaned them all up and repaint and painted them just for them to be preserved and keep them from getting rusty. So along with all this other stuff that we're going to be using that is not replaceable with that kit. So it's all painted, and we're going to install them here in a minute. Set that to the side. Another thing I wanted to show you is this is the brake adjuster, and I was going to put some anti-seize on it as well, on those threads, to keep them nice and lubricated. If not, it'll seize up and it will not adjust. So just a little bit, like right there, like that. You don't run it all the way in. Nice and lubricated. And I'll put some more here on the cap, where the cap goes. Keep all that lubricated and moving properly. So a little washer that goes there. And then the little cap. Nice and smooth. Put that to the side, getting ready to put it back in here in a minute. I'm going in detail on this because I wanted you to see what it takes to do it, as they say, right? The right way or properly. So this is the way we do it. These are the two little ends that go on the end of the master's wheel cylinder. They push down or out on the brake shoes. So I'm gonna lubricate the ends of these as well. Just the tip. It's right there. Okay. Now the area probably will be this one right here because it'll be some movement there for the parking brake bracket. A little bit on the ends of these. That's where the brake shoes are going to be tilting and pivoting. So we're just trying to get everything that moves and so for it to start moving correctly, lubricating. I'll be installing part of this new hardware. Call them nails, but it looks like nails have the heads are kind of flat. Do the little hole there. The other one on the other side, right there. Spacer there. And what else? We're almost ready to put these shoes on. This is the new brake shoes, and this is the difference between the front and the back shoe. As you can see, this one on the top, it's a little bit bigger than the one on the bottom there, and this one on the top is considered the big shoe, and that will go towards the back of the vehicle. In this case, it'll be going this way like this. So let me set that on that side. This is the one that goes on the front. Set that on this side. Goes right through that little pit hole there. There's this little clip here that likes to go everywhere if you don't do it right. Let's see if I can get it without it jumping and going everywhere. Wow. There it is, it's in place. It's almost like that. Let that hang for now, right there. Okay, now that I'm on the other side, I'll install this brake shoe here, like so. This goes right here. They're like 2 or 3 hands to hold everything together. So let's try this again. I have to clean that hole up a little bit. Okay, take 3. Ended up off camera enlarging this hole just a tad because he was not accepting this little retainer there for the spring. So I just enlarged it a little bit with my drill bit. So let's try this again. Put this in position. That's how it's supposed to fit with this spring here. This is where this tool comes in real handy because you need all these hands to hold everything together. So right here. Holds it like that. It allows you to stab it in there and twist it. There you go. Put this back in position because it can come out of position. Okay, that jumped out of there. We're gonna put it back in place here in a minute. Okay. We're gonna get the other shoe on, and then we're going to, you know what, we can probably go ahead and put one of these springs in there to keep this from shifting. This guy goes right here, like so. Get our spring installer tool. This one comes in real handy. This way you need to watch your fingers too. So, okay, that was nice and tight where it should be. All this clip there. Okay, looking good so far. Now I want to switch to the other side and do the other shoe. This could be a little tricky, guys, so don't give up if you're not having success with this, because you will get it and it will work eventually. Just a matter of putting everything in its place. It's awkward for me because I'm trying to give you a good footage and picture of what I'm doing, so I'm working off the side, but if I was right in front of it, it's a whole lot easier. So here's my other brand new shoe. Then I'm going to be putting here on towards what would be the front of the vehicle. Make sure everything goes in its place the way that it should. Nice, and give it a twist there, and it's in place, and I go back and kind of reposition everything together like so. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other springs up here. Before I do that, can't forget about this parking brake bracket, equalizer bracket that goes there in the middle. Position this in place, right underneath everything to the little gap right there, then over to the side here. And what tightens up on everything is this spring right here. Get a spring tool. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Imagine we try to do this with a pair of pliers or screwdriver. Watch your fingers. There we go. Everything's all in place like it's supposed to. Now the only thing we got left over is the bottom, which is the adjuster. Could be a little tough too. What I do is I'll rub it in all the way, so it gives me more space for me to work this spring. So what I do is I put the spring on first. Give me 1 minute. Maybe it's a better shot right there. Got my spring in position there. And this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. Let me see how I'm gonna grab that. Well, there it is. I kind of struggled off camera to get this right because this is real low. It's hard for me to work on, but that's how it goes. The spring right here could be tough sometimes. So this is it, and this is completed. So I need to put the spring right here, and that's it. All I need to do now is put the drum on and then adjust the brakes properly. So let me see if I can show you a close-up of how all this goes. There we go. And that's what it looks like, and where the springs go on the completed job. So it could be tough, you know, if you don't have the right tools and if you're working on your knees like I was. So you kind of need to work at a good open area to where you can really get to it, so you won't have to struggle like I did. But that's how it goes. And this it'll be the same on the other side, but I'm not going to bother you with that. It'll be the same as I did on this side. And that's all the springs in place and how they go. So thanks for sticking to the end on this differential rebuild, or clean up and brake rebuild. And this is the end of the brake session. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to show you the end product on this differential and everything that we have done on it. I'm gonna start right here with the brakes. As you saw earlier in some of the footage, how I did the brakes, and it's got a new master cylinder. Everything was taken apart, everything was repainted, and all the rust was taken off. I painted the drums red like the old school way. And the reason for that is, that when you put the wheel on, you'll be able to see some of the brake drum, and the contrast of the red in the background will look really nice. That's what we used to do in the old days. If you follow me this way, I want to show you some of the detail on this differential. I went ahead and cleaned up the original brake lines and got all the crud and stuff off of them. I installed a new brake line here, And it's got all these nice clips and everything original. There, and there, all the way to the back. I detail the parking brake cables, as you can see there. And I'll show you this other side of the brakes when I did it off camera, because I was kind of struggling because it was too low for me to get all this right. But you can see all the new springs, the new wheel cylinder, and the new shoes, and everything nice and cleaned up properly. So this is pretty much ready to go back on the frame, but I want to show you all the pieces apart and everything. I want to show you also the leaf springs on here to my left. I did the same thing with the leaf springs. I went ahead and wire wheeled them all and got them real nice and clean and shot them with a flat black paint, and they look really nice. And if you follow me this way, I also did the brackets for the leaf springs. They go to the frame, real nice and clean, real nice and painted. A little dust there from laying here on this concrete, but those are ready to go along with this other, with the shackles, as you can see. So this is all ready to go, and I'm going to put everything together, and then it's going to go, of course, on the chassis over here that we have ready. So we're going to start assembling that in just a little while. But I pretty much wanted to bring you back to par on what's going on with these. I really like the way that these rotors came out. This is Rust-Oleum red paint. Either that, no, I think it was tractor implement red paint. Real nice and shiny came out. It's enamel. So I'm really happy with that. But this is what we got so far, and we're going to continue to put together the C10 chassis. And then after this, we're going to jump on the front end, and we're going to start doing the front end suspension. So I just wanted to show you all this for now. So let's move forward. Thanks. If you enjoyed this video and you got something positive out of it, please like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking until the end. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.